the varieties. And this is what we're going to be picking on tonight. So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear people share their experiences. And tonight, I'm not alone, as in, I'm not alone on this call having to moderate. And like I said, you're going to be hearing people like you, people like myself, who have had what we call the hands-on to get things to the next level. Their stories, how they were so confused, like so many of us, how they started and they couldn't even find it right or get it right, how they managed to pull the two ends together and made something beautiful out of it, how they're able to fly, how they're able to soar right now. And those are things we're going to be seeing, learning, hearing tonight. So with me tonight on this call as my partner is no other person than the same person we all know, JJ, popularly known as Prof. So it's going to be joining me tonight. I am honored to be here. Again, I'm honored to have every one of us here. I'm honored to be the one moderating. And I should let us understand that this is not Nigerian based. This is not limited to Africa. This is not just, oh, those in diaspora. No, this is world evangelism on AI. So people from different walks of life, people from different location, time, and space as we talk right now. And those are the people we're going to be talking to tonight, or rather listening to tonight. And if you feel you're going to be one of them, I'll say stay tuned and enjoy the ride. And at this point, I want to make welcome JJ to
Good
take over
evening,
from here.
everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome back, welcome back. And you're doing a job. I think you should start considering taking this as a profession.
I'll think about it. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Josiah Jackson Okeshola. You call me JJ. I'm not just a nurse, I'm an extraordinary nurse, and I'm happy to be here with you tonight. I say welcome back. Just take a moment, take a deep breath, as in,
But please don't finish the hair.
We're here for the first session. You may already feel something shifting inside you. Maybe a bit more clarity, a bit more awareness, maybe maybe even a bit of hope. Hope that tomorrow, next week, next month is not going to be the same for you. So I want to say something before we go for that. This is not a webinar. This is not a lecture. This is a conversation, an informal conversation, real conversation about problems, about challenges, about stories, about real people, about real journeys that were so difficult from the start, but right now, you know, it looks so great. Because the truth is, most people don't need more information. They need to see themselves in the story. They need to look at the story and say, yes, this was where I was, and this is where I am. So if you are here with us and you have ever felt, I don't understand tech, I feel like I'm behind, I don't know where to start, then please hear me clearly. This part is for you. The stories, the conversation. Today, you're not going to hear perfect stories. You're going to hear mistakes that people made. You're going to hear about honest truths. You're going to hear about confusion, about doubts in your mind, about trying and getting it wrong and still finding a way forward. And maybe, just maybe, you will all hear that one story that feels like your own. So take care and welcome. Dami, over to you.
All right. Just a quick one while we are waiting to confirm those that we are going to be inviting up stage. You know, like I said, we have real people. I am one of them. And I'm not telling my story though. My story will be much later. Or I could take my first, or you could laugh at me. Why I will tell you for free that learning AI, or rather understanding AI, it's beyond just wanting to improve my sphere of achievement, or trying to cross the border, or trying to just make something different. It was something that came out of what next? What next? I haven't been a nurse for over 2 decades. I haven't, I will tell myself, or I do tell myself, I've seen it all. There's nothing too new about the nursing profession, as it were. Although working in a different country actually tells me that there's something new. But the newest, or the new thing, is still the similar to what we used to do back home. It's just a little different. But then with the AI understanding, I remember them, like, for those that were in the first section, you hear me talk about when I first made my flyer. I wish I could share my first flyer. You're going to laugh if you see it. It was a pure caricature. When I say caricature, when you sketch stuff like a child that is just learning how to scribble the alphabet. That was it. It was a caricature. I couldn't share it with anybody. I saw it myself, and I made up my mind to improve on it. And then I had to go back to all the notes, as in the lectures during the course of, having to be in the boot camp. And gradually I was able to merge one together, merge two together. And when I created a video as an advert, there's somebody on this call who actually witnessed that stuff I did. And even myself, I was blown. Like when you see your own production, like, wow, did I actually do this? Although there were still errors, there were still little errors, because one of the individuals in my advert has her head facing the back instead of facing the front. Very, very funny, but it's one of those things. But now I understand how not to do that. I understand how to use a different tool to actually get what I really want. And that has been amazing, and it really, really insightful. So on that note, I'm going to be calling, first of all, my first person who's going to be telling us about
Um, Dami,
uh
I think
yeah,
before you go ahead,
okay,
we need to bring someone on.
okay.
Yeah, before you go ahead, you see, this gathering would not be possible without
Very true, very
speaking
true.
for over 25 years, and it's been an amazing journey knowing her. She is one of the brains behind this movement. She's giving so much commitment, so much time, so much energy, and I'll be calling her to just give us a welcome address and welcome all our guests in. And in the person of, let me just introduce her properly so that I won't just introduce her anyhow. Um, so I have with me here Professor Khadija Toyin Musa. She is the founder and executive director of Global Institute of Nurses, Midwives, and Allied Healthcare Professionals. She is known for uniting nurses globally to lead digital revolution. She is a visionary bridge builder and a global advocate for women's inclusion in technology and innovation. With over 30 years of experience, Professor Musa leads GMAP, uniting nurses and midwives across continents to co-create with women in healthcare, non-tech, and tech to take their rightful place at the heart of digital revolution. Please welcome, for a short welcoming address to our guests, Professor Khadija Toyin Musa. You are welcome, ma. Over to you, ma.
Oh, good evening from Nigeria.
Welcome, Prof.
Colleague, so inspired and excited. Good evening, JJ. Introducing.
No, the line is. I think the line is breaking, ma.
Yeah.
We have been on it.
Wow. That network is not good. Okay. Dami, are you hearing anything from her?
I can't hear her anymore. I think she's off the call.
Network. So what we're going to do, I think we should start bringing our guests on. Let's start introducing our guests right away.
I just
Who are
want
you
to
bringing
send
in
my vote.
first?
Okay. She's back.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Oh, our network is really fluctuating.
Our network is very bad. Can someone let her know we need to move on because we can't hear from her? Can someone send that message, please, that our voice, we can't pick our words, so we need to move on,
Now,
right?
I think,
So,
am I audible now?
we can hear you a bit, but you keep going off, man.
Welcome everyone, and then I encourage you to join the movement. That is what we have to do now if we must algorithm. I want to wish us success, and then please follow us and see what we are doing, and then help us to give it the publicity it deserves. Thank you. I appreciate the last speaker. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you so much. Thank you for always being there every time we call. Yeah, I'm going to be bringing on again one of the very best hands in nursing profession. Although I don't have all the details, but I'm going to give the name, and my co-moderator is going to reel out who she really is. And that is no other person than Nurse Inyepu Kume Or. I know she's amazing, actually. And when you hear about her, you'll be blown. You'll be blown. So over to you here, JJ.
And Nurse Inyepu Kume Or is originally from Liberia, but she's based in the United States. She is a founder of Nurses in Charge. She's a global nurse leader, educator, and mentor. She's known for empowering nurses to thrive, lead, and evolve with AI. With 26 years plus experience across clinical practice, education, and leadership, Nurse Inyepu founded Nurses in Charge. It's a faith-based organization, non-profit organization, connecting and mentoring nurses worldwide, especially in underserved communities. As the pioneer nurse, she equips nurses with knowledge, mentorship, and emerging tech, including AI, to grow into confident, future-ready leaders. Welcome on board, Nurse Inyepu. Ever ready, ever available.
Ever. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
So Dami, who's next?
So next on my list would be no other person than Dr. Sheriff Olanrewaju.
Yeah, Dr. Sheriff Olanrewaju, I've known him for how many years now? Over maybe, I don't know, for as long as possible. Dr. Sheriff Olanrewaju is a postdoctoral research fellow, nurse migration and health policy researcher. He's known for championing migrant nurses' well-being to improve patient outcome globally. Dr. Sheriff Olanrewaju is a postdoctoral research fellow at the Center for Health, Outcome, and Policy Research, working at the intersection of nurse migration, health policy, older adults, long out internationally educated nurses, well-being and work environment shape patient outcomes, particularly in long-term care settings, captured in his dissertation, Understanding Transition Experiences of Internationally Educated Professionals. He is originally from Nigeria, but he's based in the United States. Welcome on board, Dr. Sheriff Olanrewaju. We are happy to have you here.
Welcome, Doc. Thank you so much. And my next person would be no other person than Joyce Yang. Over to you now, JJ.
Let's confirm is Joyce Yang in the house. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, lovely. Good to hear your voice. So Joyce Yang, she helps teams work smarter through systems and automation. Joyce Yang is is based in Nigeria, West Africa. She helps founders, startups, and growing teams bring structure to their business operations. With a strong focus on clarity systems and automation, she designs efficient workflows that reduce manual work, eliminate bottlenecks, and improve overall productivity. She has worked across industries, including edtech and service-based businesses, building systems that streamline client onboarding, lead management, and internal operations. Known for a practical, result-oriented, result-driven approach, Joyce combines tools like Airtable, Zapier, and other fantastic tools to deliver automation services. Joy, you are welcome aboard. Good to have you
Very
here.
much. Thank you.
Welcome aboard, Joyce. And the next person on my list would be Padebi
Oh,
Ojomo.
and that is a big fish in the house.
Uh-huh.
Padebi Ojomo is a founder at the GPT Club, AI enablement consultant, meta lead generation trainer, and TED speaker. She is originally from Nigeria, but based in the United Kingdom. She is known for a mission of enabling UK businesses to save 10 to 15 hours weekly with AI. Padebi Ojomo is a consultant and founder of the GPT Club. The GPT Club is UK's first AI implementation community for small business owners. As a meta lead generation trainer, she has trained over 24,000 entrepreneurs across 10 countries and now helps UK businesses master a proprietary three-pillar AI framework: strategy, creation, and automation. Featured by BBC and The Guardian, Padebi is a test speaker and agent ambassador on a mission to enable 1,000 UK businesses to save 10 to 15 hours per week through practical AI. Padebi, you're welcome on board.
Is she on the call?
Yes, she's on the call.
Can you
All
hear me?
right.
Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yeah,
Hey
we can
guys,
hear
it's
you.
awesome to be here. Yeah, it's just amazing to see all of you doing amazing things. And I feel just so honored to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being here too. And the next person, well, would be Damilola Wakobi.
Okay. Damilola Nwakobi. So Damilola Nwakobi is a co-founder of iHaven, registered nurse and counselor. Compassionate care rooted in deep listening and steady support is what she knows how to do best. Damilola is a dedicated Nigerian UK registered nurse and counselor, passionate about delivering compassionate care with sharp problem-solving skills and a gift for listening. She supports individuals through life changes. As co-founder of iHaven, she helps build spaces where people feel heard, supported, and empowered. When not working, Damilola unwinds with movies and quality family time. Damilola, you are welcome on board.
Thank you very much. It feels so good to hear myself being introduced that way, but thank you.
I know the feeling.
It's so nice
So,
to be
Damilola,
here.
we are here to share the stories. So, where are we starting from?
So, I want to believe that our guest speakers, we're going to be taking their stories. You know, while we had the first session, we actually had a little of my story, a little bit of yours, and I think we will give the platform to our guest speakers to actually give our people, many of them know you and I, but they really don't know our guest speakers who are in the house tonight. So we're going to be doing them a good justice. Like I said before, that it is beyond the walls of Africa, it is global. So anybody on this call should know that he or she is international. So you should put your hands together for yourself wherever you are tonight. It's not easy coming on a call like this every now and then. It's spectacular. So it's a big congratulations to be here. It's a big move to be here. And it's great to have these notable people who are going to be sharing their experiences with us. And to take the bull by the horn for a start, I always love to listen to Professor every now and then. You know, although I wouldn't know if the internet or our network is going to do us that justice tonight, but we'll see how far we go. So can we take Professor first? Professor Khatijat Toyin.
Professor Musa, yeah, we would love to have you. And if your network is good for the next 2-3 minutes, we want you to tell us, please, where did this really start? Because now you are at the forefront of AI, pushing for inclusion of women and especially nurses, the largest female-dominated profession in the world, pushing for them to be included in conversations about AI. And before AI, before this confidence, before this mission, before this clarity, was there any moment where you felt like, no, AI is not for me? Maybe you felt confused, maybe you felt intimidated, maybe you felt, and once you take your own, we take the same question from everyone. Okay, I'm not sure Professor is here. Is able to speak.
Okay, I think is she?
Now, I think we should move to Yepu.
Yes, please.
Yepu, can you take over from there? Tell us, where were you before this time? Before AI became your number one, before you became an ambassador of AI.
Oh, goodness. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Coach JJ, and my senior lady, Demi. Thank you so much, and everyone here. Yeah, before AI, I was just one of those who, I was doing everything manually and just really struggling with time and literally staying overnight trying to write a proposal and or just trying to create an image to market for nurses in charge, even though I do have a marketing team, but I love to do things myself as well and be part of the hands-on. So before AI, I just never knew AI existed until I attended a webinar here at the business center, and it was an eye-opener. And I'm never going back again because I am saving so much time to do so much more family time, and I love to watch movie as well, like Demi. Netflix is Netflix is my pastime, but so yeah, AI has really saved me so much time and making so much effort to turn around and do it all over again. And so yeah, I love what AI is, where we're headed with AI, being able to utilize it, creating, and my next step is really to if I can monetize what I do with AI, that would be the best. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Okay.
Okay. And then we move on to the next person.
I think we have to move to Dr. Sharif now.
Dr. Sharif, are you there? Not sure he's there. While we're waiting for Dr. Sharif, Joyce, can you take that from him, please?
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, and Ms. Damilola, for this opportunity. So, like JJ said, my name is Joyce Ian, and I am an operations and automations workflow specialist. And before I went deep into AI, I was first a virtual assistant, and everything I know now, I'm self-taught. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't sign up for any program, so I was just curious what is AI, what's at that point I did not have anybody I could reach out to guide me as to, okay, this is what you have to do this. So my first teacher was ChatGPT. Okay, my first teacher was ChatGPT. It taught me my first tool, my first automation. My story has changed when it comes to AI. I'm able to use AI to work. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Although it's
in your voice. Stop now.
Okay. So I've been able to use AI to work. I've been able to use AI to advance my career, and every single thing I have actually used AI to progress. So AI has really changed my life in ways that I wouldn't have imagined. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was quite insightful. And, for those that have never really experience what AI is all about. And hearing from you, it's like an insight, an eye opener to know that it's never too late and you can just start anywhere. And thank God we are here tonight and we're making that progress. And I think we will move on to, I don't know if Dr. Sharif is back in here or Professor Kadijat. If not, then Padebi or Joma could take it from there.
I need to always remember to turn on my microphone. So before AI, I'm just one person that's very curious. I'm just going to go way back, not just 3, 4, 5 years. I started using AI about 4 years ago before ChatGPT became a thing. I've been using AI. However, back to, I don't know, 2009, I had a traditional business. I had a furniture factory and I had an e-commerce store where I used to sell furniture online. And I usually would run ads on Facebook and on Google. And of course, I didn't even realize what it was then. But I sneakers then. I don't know if any of you here remember BlackBerry. If you're that old, I know definitely JJ will definitely remember. But the days of BlackBerry when we used to run ads on like Yahoo front page, Gmail wasn't even a thing then. Because Gmail is very millennial. This was like early millennial, late Gen X. I used to run ads then. I just used to get a card. It was like either Afrobank card or UBA card. And I just run ads on my computer and I was getting customers. And because I stayed really curious and I'm very stubborn, I was stubborn enough to, even when I make challenges, like I wouldn't sleep. I was like, is it that you win me, I win you. And I know I'm doing that. You cannot know more than I will stay with it and I'll stay wrong person. I'll stop down the line. People started telling me, look, I'm seeing your ads on my phone. I need you to teach me how to do this. And then I spent 50% of my time building and designing furniture and delivering to customers. And I spent the other 50% of my time teaching people marketing. So from there, I then pivoted straight into building my full AI consulting practice. I had not AI, marketing, digital marketing, online marketing agency then. I had a full stack agency. I had clients. I was doing like really massive campaigns all over West Africa. When Facebook came into Nigeria, I became a partner. And then I started using AI to teach my people in my community. My community was social media school then when I was living in Nigeria. And because same thing, I just stayed curious because when I find a new technology that makes sense, it makes me money, it saves me time, it gets me more visible, it multiplies my results. I go in with my head. You know how they say you test the river with one leg? No, I just dive in. I don't even test with one leg. And the exact same thing with AI. So when AI became a thing, I dabbled AI first in 2018, 2019, which very old tools like Write.me, Copy.ai. But when ChatGPT came on the block, I was just wowed. And then of course I got certified. I went back to school. I kept learning. I kept improving because AI is one of those things that you don't learn on the sidelines. You need to be a part. I use AI for everything. My daughter is trying to figure out what to wear. I literally am in the hotel right now. And there's a menu here, and I don't know if you can see the menu. Oh, my background is messing up. And I literally took a photo and said to AI, what's the difference between this steak and that steak? And it's giving me a response. So the first thing I did was I became a power user. I say I'm a ChatGPT abuser because I abuse ChatGPT. That $20 I pay every month, I use my money's worth. And because I ask AI everything. I don't even go to Google these days. It's AI first. Then of course I moved into the UK in 2021, and then I started, my agency again. This time an AI agency teaching small business owners, especially women. I'm very passionate about women. I'll probably talk a bit more about that as we go on. And it's all been really phenomenal. Not just because AI is the latest technology. Of course, we all know about that, but the fact that it saves time is a multiplier, right? AI multiplies what you already have. If you know nothing, 1,000 times 0 is 0. If you know 10, 1,000 times 10 is what? 100,000. Good. If you know 100, 1,000 times 100, and my math is rubbish, I think it should be 1 million. So it has a multiplying effect. which helps you just go from 10, I will not say 0 because you don't have 0. None of us here is from level 0. Then from 10 to like 1,000 like this. So for me, I find it very, very fascinating. I can't even tell you how much productivity has 10x by using AI. And I could go on, and I'm going to stop here and hand the mic back to the moderator.
Thank you so much. You've really taken it away from us in the beginning, where how you managed to, let's say, just oppose or transition into the next level and where you are right now. And you know what really caught my fancy in the whole thing? The fact that it was geared towards women. I'm not a feminist anyways, but when it comes to the women, I love it when women drive stuff. So JJ.
Yeah, I think we need to look at Dr. Sharif. Is it here now? Dr. Olayiwaju is here. And apart from that, I think we should also have apart from Dr. Sharif, we have someone else in the house, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to have Professor Toyin, but I guess her network is actually, but I think she's in. I don't know if
Okay.
our network will do her justice.
Okay. So I think we should just move to the next question.
Okay.
So we're looking at presently what exactly are the major challenges that people are facing in terms of AI adoption, in terms of AI is moving so fast. One moment you're learning a tool, and the next moment it's been refined, and everything is just happening so fast. What exactly do you think is a major challenge that people are facing when it comes to adopting AI, when it comes to using AI? What is the challenge? What is that gap that we need to close, where people are at this end and it's like they are struggling to catch up? Some are even overwhelmed. Some are. What is exactly are the challenges, are the problem that people are facing right now when it comes to AI adoption? I go back to you, Badebi.
So I think the biggest challenge, and I would say this, I'm going to talk about this from two different perspectives. Perspective one will be globally, and then perspective two will be locally in Nigeria. I'm just going to keep talking while I attend to the phone that is ringing. So locally, let me say globally first, because Nigeria is still part of the world, literally, whether I would like it or not. So globally, the challenge is the skill gap. Anything that is new, people are usually afraid of things that are new. Good. I was reading on the first time cars were invented, and I think the first car was a Ford. Henry Ford has built this amazing car. This beautiful. I mean, it was of course, the car wasn't like what we have now. It's old, rickety, very skeletal, ugly looking vehicles. And then what people were used to were horses, right? Now, the people that were actually, breeding the horses, selling the horses, that was what they like. That was their comfort zone. They actually went about telling people, "Don't buy those cars. It's not sustainable. You can't manage it. It's not good for the environment." Literally, I have one of those articles somewhere. They actually did series of articles. Hear me out. There's someone that is unmuted. You can help mute that person, please, so that we. Thank you. So they actually went about doing newspaper editorials to say, do not buy cars. The cars are not good for the environment. You have to do this. You have to put fuel. You have to, massive propaganda just to make sure this new technology, which was not even electric vehicles, was cars then not hit the market. It's good. People had fear. People had concerns. People were agitated. Now, of course, we had the first revolution, second revolution, third revolution, and then the fourth revolution now. Stop calling me. So now, let me just tell them, I'll bring them back, please. Just give me a second.
Okay. Yeah, while we're waiting for Party B to come back, Dr. Sharif, can you confirm you're in the house? We would love to hear from you after Padebi. What exactly are African nurses and midwives, both at home and in diaspora, having as challenges when it comes to digital inclusiveness? Okay, thank you, Padebi. It's over to you.
Yes, I had to, because if not, because I was going to order room service, they would have to keep calling me, and they're very relentless, these guys. Okay, so I was saying, so the first revolution came with the challenge, the second revolution, third revolution, we're in the fourth revolution now. Why? Because people are used to their horses. They know exactly how to saddle the horse, chain the horse shoes, gallop to their farms, load whatever it is, their wares. It worked for them. Was a new idea for them. It was more expensive. It was a different learning. The fact that people had to learn how to drive, change gears, reverse, it was a bit too much for some people. So this exact same thing I'm seeing happening now. People are agitated, not necessarily because technology itself is a problem, but because it's new, because it's different, because they feel they will need to learn, and it's hard, and they are used to, their comfort zone. I was having a chat with someone that is old enough to have been using life before spreadsheets became a thing. She was an accountant. So apparently, manually, before spreadsheet became a thing, people used to manually have logbooks where they actually used to write their teller and write their PLL accounts, and then manually, calculate it with calculators. What a life. But when spreadsheet came, what did it do? Did it make the accountant lose their jobs? No. It made them a lot more efficient. That person cooking Amala, just send me some, please. It made them a lot more efficient, So, so the biggest challenge really is more of a mindset shift. That okay, technology is here to replace my job. Technology is scary. It's big. I don't know what it's about. It's different. We agree with you, and we want to add to that to say it's here to help you. It's here to make you more productive. It's here to take your destination quicker. So imagine I'm riding maybe from Lagos to Abuja. I'm on a horse, and JJ is on a car, even if it's a jalopy Volkswagen, what's that Volkswagen Beetles? Who is going to get to Abuja first? He's with the car. No matter how rickety and funny the car is, he will get to destination quicker. Why? Because it's technology. It just makes sense. If he gets there, he can turn off the car and take a nap. He can drive into a hotel and book a night. He can top off his fuel and he goes when the fuel runs out. But my horse is going to take me 4 days. What's going to take him 5 hours? And that's exactly how I need you all to see technology. Because I said global, and it's not just a local, like an African or a Nigerian or a Kenyan problem. Everyone is afraid of it because it's new and it's different. Now, bringing it home, because of course I'm Nigerian, I always talk about localized, because one of the things I wanted to do first, why I would build my community here in the UK, was to go to my motherland and serve them. But the two greatest challenges I found was, one, basic data, access to the internet. AI needs data to feed it. For AI to work, I was building a SaaS with my friend, and we can help with this, but do you have data? They don't keep data. We don't have historical data, whether it's structured or unstructured, no data whatsoever. So that's one big problem on more like an organization-wide problem. But even for individuals and small business owners, it's also the same thing. The data now of credit, I don't have internet, or it's so expensive. Because yes, it does. It consumes lots of internet. So that's another problem. Now, the final one I'd like to talk about is also more of just economic challenges. Because, ChatGPT is $18, maybe $20 a month. But if you take that $20 by maybe like 1.5 or 1.6 or 1.7, it becomes quite a large sum of money. So also democratizing access for people in that don't have the spending or the buying power, as those of us that live in the abroad, quote unquote, actually is another challenge that I see. And I'm really hoping that we get to a stage where we actually can make it work. And one tool I know that does that really well is Canva. Now, I'm a Canva ambassador, and I was in their head office last week, Thursday, when they have their new launches of did in partnership with Claude. Really, really amazing. If you don't know about it, go and just watch the videos and learn about it. But one thing Canva does that I really, really like is, I have two Canva accounts for my team in Nigeria, my team here in the UK. My team here in the UK, I think we pay £14 a month. Good. In Nigeria, we pay 26,000 naira a year. Do you get that? Why? Because you understand, I see these people in this our local Nigeria, they don't have I think it's called the power of parity or purchasing power. So they kind of adjust the price. When you log into cover from Nigeria, once you are on a Nigerian network, the pricing you see is different from when you actually cross when you just cross the border, you see something different. So I'm really hoping that in the near future, I know Julie asked me to talk about this, lots of organizations actually start understanding that. And guess what? There's so much potential. We'll talk a bit about potential, where the African market is going. Because there's so much problems in Nigeria and Africa, that's where the biggest impact of AI will actually be. However, we still need internet to solve this problem. We need NEPA lights to power the internet that will solve this problem. So all these basic infrastructural challenges is one major one locally. And then the one I'll talk about globally is more of just mindset and adoption and acceptance.
What an insight.
Wow.
What an insight. Dami, what do you think?
I was actually glued, and right now I'm actually very speechless. But she has said it all when it comes to the challenges. And I believe that should be the next issue. How do we resolve all this? How do we move from where we are to where we ought to be? How do we make it convenient? How do we make it affordable? How do people really maximize their potentials when it comes to the usage of AI without feeling intimidated or feeling lost or feeling not enough? Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think we're waiting for Dr. Sheriff.
You say
some impromptu visit that have to pause for a while. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. I think few minutes ago, I have to come back and I've listened to what Noso Joma have to say, and I totally agree.
not the Noso.
Oh, please pardon.
He's an AI expert.
Pardon my ignorance on that. So, yeah, please.
Let's hold on for him. While we're waiting for him, Noso Yepo and Joyce, you'll share your insight about what you think of the challenges that you've come across with are facing in this AI space. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Where with you?
Regarding the challenges, I think we have talked more of challenges, and it's better to appreciate our past, and we cannot totally run away from that. If you look at our background, it's not AI friendly, and it's not tech friendly. We are used to improvise, we are used to analog ways of doing things, and there's need for us to appreciate where we are coming from and identify those challenges in order to project ahead. So what I've seen in my little area of practice here, if as a researcher, is there are a lot of untapped resources, and this is being clouded by a lot of misconception. When the AI came, even people have been skeptical about how to go about it here. Some see it as a taboo. Some see it as a way of bringing down the quality. Some see it is going to replace the human nature and the way we analyze the data, the way we interpret the data. We lose the value of the human aspect of it. So everybody was just being careful, but the fact has already been established. AI is not coming to replace anyone, but whoever that refuses to follow the trend will definitely be displaced. So realizing that fact, I think the deficiency we have is also an issue to be prioritized then desensitize our mindsets about the competency, the usefulness. Do I have what it takes to be an expert in this field? So a lot of mind has already been disabused, if I may allow to use the word, because we thought this is not meant for us. This is not, we are not prepared adequately for this. So looking at this holistically, I think we are able to, that's why I'm particularly happy and grateful for this initiative, because the platform gives room for anyone, irrespective of your stage of competency, to adapt and get acclimatized with the current trend. So those are the aspects I think will be very vital to address moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You know, when we actually could identify problems, it means that we could actually prefer a solution somehow, even if we can't get it 100%. But taking a step of faith is always a first line of action. And I think that is what we are doing tonight, taking a step of faith and trying to get into why and how. And I believe with that, I don't know if Nosoyepo was, I think we're yet to hear from her. Nosoyepo, have we heard from her tonight?
So we're supposed to move to R and Joyce to highlight from their perspectives what challenges they think people are facing from their hand,
Okay.
that people they deal with every day. Yeah.
Okay. Nosoyepo, if you're there, please, the floor is yours.
And if she's yet to come up, Joyce can take over.
I apologize. My network is going in and out, and I am, hopefully you can hear me.
Loud
Yeah,
and
we
clear.
can hear you.
Please tell me what the question was. I'm being distracted here.
What, so far so good, what challenges have you observed that the people you work with, the community you lead, are facing when it comes to AI adoption and embracing AI and optimizing and maximizing this, not just as someone who is passive, but someone who is passionate and enthusiastic about it? What challenges are you seeing from your end?
I think one with our community, the type of phones they're using, like the techno phone, does not really capture certain AI tools. And so in that way, they are ambitious to get into utilizing AI and getting the apps on it, but usually when they try to download it, they are limited in those areas. And then when it comes to those in a developing country like America, a lot of people are demonizing AI and thinking that uh, it is not ethical to be using technology to write for you, to create content. And it's a shame to think that way, because AI is not one that we should shy away from. In fact, we should actually gravitate towards using it. So it's the mindset of those who are in developing countries have access to utilizing AI, all of the tools, and they're not warming up to it. But when it comes to those who are in developing countries, they really want it, but they don't have access. They don't have readily it is not readily available to them. So in that sense, they're restricted. When they want it so much, they want to utilize it. So in Nurses in Charge global chat rooms, we do have an AI, I would say an exclusive AI chat room that we post um, uh, new updates on which tools are being utilized for what, whether it's research they're doing, and or if we are just using it for mentorship. So we post all of those updates in there. In fact, even this event was posted there, and I see most of our members here today. So we do want AI, but from different standpoints, depending on where you're based, there are different challenges. And really, that's my observation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nelson Yepo. I think I'll go with you in that light as well, because we all have different. They call it the school of thought, and especially those of us from the Africa, we it's easy for us to actually demonize a lot of things, and unfortunately, in the Western world, the same thing happens. It's quite shocking when you see or hear people, oh, AI is this. I am not taking it away. I'm not rolling it away totally like, oh, it could, because you see some people talk about some content on YouTube that are quite demonic, they say. I don't know about them. I've never seen any. I've never bumped into any, and I don't hope to bump into any either. But if it's something that will make me work smarter, that will make my work easier, that will save me time and energy, I think I would give everything to actually acquire such information and knowledge. And that's why we are here tonight. I don't know if Joyce is ready to give us a take on what it is like.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Here. Thank you very much. So,
Okay.
from my own perspective, I would say that a lot of people feel AI is confusing. Okay, starting with the fact that AI is new, and they have this perspective that, oh, AI is going to take their jobs. And with that, some of them that even come to the fact of accepting AI, they are now having this thought as to, okay, how does AI fit into my work? Okay, I'm a virtual assistant, I am a nurse, or I am an operations manager. How does AI even come and play a role in this particular thing I'm actually doing? So a lot of people have that clarity problem whenever it comes to AI. They don't know what exactly they're actually using AI for. Some of them feel that, oh, they're already doing it, so what do I actually need AI for? But then most of the time, it's not really about the role. It is the tasks inside the role that you actually use AI for. Let's take, for example, your virtual assistant. Obviously, you're replying emails, you're sending out messages. Now, AI can help you deliver those things seamlessly. So instead of you working harder, you're working smarter. So a lot of people do not come to this realization that AI is actually coming to help them. Some are still stuck on the fact that, oh, AI is actually coming to take their jobs. Meanwhile, that is not the case. Some people are also thinking AI is going to come and do one very, very big transformation. Meanwhile, it is small entry points, using AI to do the little things that we actually face in our daily life. But they're thinking, okay, AI is going to come and is going to change my life all at once. No, it is those little things that we actually use AI for. It could be for marketing, it could be for CRM, it could be for automations, those little things. But people think that, oh, it's going to be one very life changing thing, and then they expect so much and they end up delivering lesser. Yes.
Wow. Until you listen to people like you never know, you can never tell. And I'll say very true, because I remembered when I was going to use Excel for the first time. Excel is not AI, but it's a tool. But sincerely, I felt it was just way out. I felt more comfortable taking my pen, then get my calculator, then okay. 1 + 1 = 2, multiplied by 2,000, but at some point, I'm telling you, but at some point, when I got into a particular office, and I realized that I actually took that leap. And I think that is where most of us are when it comes to AI. People say different things and you're confused. And that is taking me to the next question here, JJ. There is confusion everywhere. There are challenges everywhere. And like all our guest speakers have said a lot of beautiful things about AI. But the question is, was there a moment, was that moment, or was that thing that, like you've told us how well it has worked for you? People see us, or rather see you doing amazing, and you're gearing on and encouraging others. What is that one thing people never saw you do that could actually have been a form of frustration, that could have been a form of confusion at some point? But here you are today, standing tall and saying, a pat on my back, a pat on somebody else's back, we can do it. We just want you to share a little about those moments that we don't see, but yet has pushed you, that made you to forge ahead and become the person you are today. We'll take it from Joyce
Okay,
again, and we'll
thank you
take it
very
up.
much, Matt.
Thank
So
you.
I would say one of the things that have really challenged me, and a lot of people see now and they are like, oh, I'm really good in this, has been automations. Automations has been a very big part in my life, and it has been one of the most stressful things that I've actually like it has put me through a lot. So when a lot of people see me and like, oh, I'm so good at this, they don't know that it took me a lot to actually get to where I am. So when it came to learning, more specifically learning the tool, so it was very confusing at first, knowing that nowadays we have AI and there is knowledge everywhere. So you can go on YouTube, you can go on Coursera, you can go here, and then you're seeing a lot of information. And you don't know which one you could actually like listen to that is actually very informative for you. So at that point, learning that tool was very hard for me. So that's why I leaned to ChatGPT at first. I now took up getting a mentor for myself. So that particular thing, when I tell people that, oh, I actually learned Zapier, which is an automations tool, using ChatGPT, they are surprised because all they think is, oh, I had someone guiding me, I had someone teaching me. But instead, I was self taught. So whenever I explain this to someone, they're always very surprised and they just like, it's always very admirable to them. But then that has just been one of my challenging thing. And now it's something I can actually do with so much ease.
Wow. I feel comfortable listening to that as well. I hope I can tell my story like that someday. Nonsenyefu, would you take it from there, please?
Yes, absolutely. With AI, I am still an amateur. So the challenges are many and they come and go. So one of those challenges for me currently is creating a lengthy video. And I even contacted Nurse Fola. I said, Nurse Fola, how did you create that video? Because right now I am stuck. Grok is not working. And she I said, Grok is not responding. It's like a relationship that's gone south. So she said, well, you cannot create. It was a reminder because at some point during the boot camp, we talked about this, but then because I have not exercised that, and that's one thing I'll tell anyone when you learn an AI tool, keep massaging it, keep going back to it, keep it warm. Otherwise, you go back and certain things that you once used, you get stuck, and you start to wonder, what did I do next? So, and she said, create mini videos in Grok and then put them into what is it, Cuphead, and then this way you can create a lengthy video. So for me, prior to speaking with her, I was like, this is not gonna work. I don't know how they do it, and but then just knowing that you have someone within this community that you can reach out to and what they know, what they've done, and admiring something that someone else has
Mhm.
done and wanting to do the same is a growth mindset. So that is where I am with the AI tools. I am massaging them. I'm trying to keep them warm so that I don't lose the skills that I developed here. So thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Nonsenyefu. It's always pleasing to hear you talk. Don't worry. You're not alone. You're not alone in that. So we take it to Dr. Sheriff Olariwaju. What is that moment where people think, oh, you're so wowing, like it's so admirable, but within you, you know it's so frustrating. People don't see that moment. You are the only one that actually experiences it. What would you want to share with us?
Yeah, thank you. There is a process, and the
Mhm.
very first thing I believe is to trust the process, because um, let me declare that I still have a very limited knowledge in the use of AI, but what I have used so far, I think I regret not starting earlier. That is just the basic fact. Because sincerely speaking, like the last speaker said, we need to work smarter, not harder. I've seen the quality of the products that I got with assisted AI, giving a clear instruction. So before I started, I don't know how to give a very clear, simple, and those little guys make a lot of difference. So the very first thing is for you to know what do you want and how do you get it. Speak the language that the AI will understand. Give it very simple, direct, unambiguous instruction. So I passed through a lot in trying to figure out the best approach. As I've said, these are these suffering in silence. And I was able to overcome this when I reach out. I overcome that suffering in silence, and I think I need help to see what is going on. I reach out and I was being put through. Still, I have to acknowledge that my knowledge is still very at the minimal phase, but I've overcome suffering in silence, and I know when you bring people together, the solution will definitely follow, because where we are now, some people are passing through that stage a decade ago, and we can lean on their, so that we can lean on their experience to get where we're going. That's it.
Thank you so much, Doc. See, everybody's experience, sincerely, I'm sure you are not alone in that. I remembered when I was trying to get I was going to renew my kids' international passport, and the photograph, I needed to size it. No, definitely there's a specification. I did all I know, all I think I know, and I placed it in. It kept rejecting it. I did this more than 50 times. There are two of them, so like 25 different times with different instruction. At some point, I felt so anger, like there's this kind of anger that was boiling up in me. Or like, then what is all this? But then I decided to use another one of the two bootcamp that JJ was the one that actually said, you have something in common. This person or this thing, you address it like you're talking to someone that understands you, that has insights. And before you know it, you're able to get exactly what you have imputed, just the way you want it. And that was it. But then, how many people was I going to tell, didn't I made it 50 times error, trying to get just a particular size of a photograph, a plain background. It was giving me different shapes of faces, different, so, oh God. But here I am today. At least if I have to do another passport photograph, I know how not to make that mistake again. So I hope Professor KT can come on board now. I just pray my fingers are crossed, and I hope the network is actually favorable this time. Prof, are you on the call
Yes,
with us?
I'm here. Yes, I'm
Thank you.
here.
Take it from there.
Yes, thank you very much, let me say, my beautiful colleagues. I've
Oh my
listened with
God.
rapt attention, and I must say that I've also added to my existing body of knowledge. We can't do without the artificial intelligence algorithm. It has come to stay, and the earlier we all key into it, the better. And if I share my experience with you recently, I am beginning to love the algorithm the more. And I have graduated from using it as a free user to having to now subscribe. All right. And so I don't know whether I'm audible, please.
You're loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you. So it means that I now have a paid program on it. And then the more you use it, if you are not patient enough, if you pay for it anyway, if you are not patient enough, the more prompts AI gives you, the more questions it also gives you. For example, you want to do something, for instance, and then it's going to give you several options. Will you want me to do this? So I'm also learning patience along the line. AI, all right, I'm using the algorithm, let me put it like that. But then again, I think along the line, I am learning how to be patient the more. I created logo in the month of February, I think, while I went for a national assignment in Zaria, in Nigeria here. And then the logo is for one particular organization that I am one of the BOT members. But I just wanted to play around. And so when I walked to certain stage, he said, I have to upgrade. I upgraded. Man, come and see the beauty of what AI gave me at the end of the day. Therefore, I think investing in it is not too much. So, and I'm saying that I need to encourage other people who are here present to also try to invest in it. Some of our programs will also be announced, especially for people who are just coming to learning it, who are just, let me use the word non-tech, especially nurses. Statistics have shown that nurses need to know more and they need to use it. So I'm saying that let us key into what is up, and that is why in our own organization, which myself and JJ Prof and some of you are promoting, we say leave no women behind. We also say leave no nurse and leave no midwife behind. So I am encouraging all of us to please key into it, to please learn, and then make sure we work towards upgrading. Let's keep learning, relearning, and unlearn. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Wow. But to anybody, leave no one behind.
Thank you for being gender
So that the male
sensitive.
gender don't feel
JJ,
like
apologies. Leave no man behind. And all men here present.
Thank you for being our advocate.
And I think I need to thank JJ. Honestly speaking, I think my remarks will be skewed if I refuse to mention his commitment. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. You are doing wonderful things. You are motivating all of us, and then we are driving it together. And all other partners here present, and all other members they are present. We have 51 people on board. I think we are doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you, JJ. Leave
behind.
no
That is
man
it.
behind.
Thank you so much, Prof. But they'd be now, and from her, it will go back to JJ.
So I once had a thought leader shared something. She said, and I quote, experience is a great teacher, but it doesn't have to be your experience.
Yeah.
And many, I think there's one thing we can all agree on, lots of speakers has alluded to, is that the ability to leverage on mentorship, on coaching, on just, because no one is born with this knowledge. there's no one of us that the give birth will say, you know what, in under 20 years, receive artificial intelligence brain. No, we all had to learn it. There was a learning curve. And if there's anything that learning comes with, is mistakes. It's trial and error. Is wasting. And you know how AI tokens go really, really quickly, right? The tokens go, it doesn't care whether you're making mistakes or not. However, to save you all those trial and error, which is like when it's inevitable, you still have to go through your own trial and error. Does leverage on communities. AI is still very new technology, still evolving. You know, they're releasing new models every day. So we have to keep staying abreast, but not just what I know, but also what can I learn from JJ? What can I learn from Dami? And then away from that, also having that mindset that it's you know, and one thing I should say this for most of us, right? I don't know about those of you living away from Nigeria, but many of us have mindset after I finish primary, secondary, university, I'm not reading anymore, I'm not learning anymore. So we just plateau. With AI, unfortunately, you cannot do that. You have to keep learning. You have to keep improving. You have to keep upskilling. So have that mindset of being forever, just keep curious, always keep learning. You know, learning has got nothing to do with your age. It's about just keeping your mind sharp, making sure you're abreast in what's going on. And I should mention, because there are lots of AI tools, it also could get overwhelming. Just find one or two tools that you master. Don't worry about 5. Don't worry. You don't need 10 tools. You only need just 1 or 2 that you are very proficient in. Joyce mentioned she's very, very good with Zapier, right? Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Some other person might be Make, some other person might be. And some people can be ChatGPT. There are many things I can't do with ChatGPT. But I think I'm a lot better with it's not my bread and butter, right? But Claude is my and then join communities that are talking about that tool and learn from them. Pay for coaching, pay for mentorship, pay for courses.
Thank you so much. So it's called having the family, having the support system, which is what makes things work. It's just called partnership. Well of wisdom, well of understanding, and we get from each other. So I'm going to return this question to my co-host, JJ. I know you are well read, yeah. You've experimented deeply enough, yeah. Maybe not enough, but you've really you are one force to be reckoned with when it comes to the nursing world in Africa, Nigeria, when it comes to the nursing world here in the UK. And I remember that you are one person who drives, like you have that driving power. But I know that there are still some things that you would love to change. So that would take me to ask you this question. Should you want to start all over again, should you have the opportunity to go back 25 years ago, what would you do differently if you ever heard about AI?
Wow. Yeah. If I ever heard about AI 25 years ago, it's one single thing I'll do. I look for someone who is extremely good at what they do, who has a kind heart, who is compassionate, who is committed, who is dedicated, who is open to carrying people along. I'll take my cloth, tie it to his or her cloth, and say, anywhere you are going, I'm ready to use my life to serve you. Just show me the way.
Wow.
That's the only thing I would.
Wow.
The reason I said us, I started my nursing profession in the year 2000. That's when we were just entering the millennium. And at that time, there was no telephone. I didn't have access to technology. I didn't have access to computer. And I didn't know jack about tech. And unfortunately, nursing profession and tech are like enemies. They're not even connected. So I was in a profession that was completely locked out on the digital world. And I came from a very humble background because when I finished secondary school, I couldn't go to the university because my parents couldn't afford to send me to the university. So I had to go into the bush to start cutting grasses, join these builders, bricklayers, carry cement and stuff for them. That was what I was doing when I finished secondary school. So there was no even access to the basic things of life. So by the time I was in nursing school, I was struggling to pay my school fees. Things were very difficult. So by the time I was coming out of nursing school, I was very, very underprivileged. But I knew what I wanted for myself. Unfortunately, I wanted something that is different from nursing, something extra or something outstanding, because I knew I had this talent. But guess what? For 5-10 years, I was looking for someone in the entire nursing profession, someone who was doing something differently out of nursing, related to the tech world, related to the digital world, the entire country. I was searching, I was asking, I couldn't find a single person for 10 years. That was when I made up my mind that whatever it takes, I will have to step out of that dilemma where nurses are caged. Nurses are like locked up in a prison, and someone has thrown the key into the ocean. That is the kind of situation I was in. So what I did, I started teaching myself. I didn't go to any computer school, anything. I started teaching myself how to learn computer, try and error. I'll go to the cyber cafe. I open my email address. These things I started gradually. And then one day, I just woke up and said, look, I don't want to retire in this profession. And that was when I started searching outside the country, because I couldn't find anyone in tech and digital stuff inside the country that could hold me by the hand and show me the way. I started going to the internet around 2015, 2017. I was searching the internet. I was looking. I was desperate. I was researching until one day I just come across a YouTube video of this woman. I call her the modern Florence Nightingale. She's one of the best nurses in the world. Her name is Rebecca Love. She's a nurse innovator. I just saw my girls a TED talk on YouTube, and she was talking about nursing innovation. I said, which one is nursing innovation again? I've never heard of it in my life. And that was how I tried and connected with her, tied my cloth to her, and told her, wherever you are going, anything you want me to do, I'm ready to serve you. And then she took me up and started, linking me up, connecting me with people. And in the space of 3 years, between 2016 and 2020, I moved from someone who was nobody to a national award-winning nurse in digital media innovation. Just because of one connection, just because of tying my cloth to someone who was best in what they do. So if you ask me, if I go back 2000 and had the opportunity, I would want to hold someone by the hand who is extremely good at AI and say, look, whatever you're going to do, whatever I'm going to give you, I don't mind. I will dedicate my moments and follow you. Just show me the way. It's a shortcut. That's the shortest cut for anybody. Find someone who have access. Help. Let them give you clarity. Let them give you by the cause of mentorship, guidance. You just propose her. No United Nations, come and do a presentation. And we went there, did this project as a presentation, and wow, the sky is the limit. So if you don't someone who has access, get someone who will give you clarity, and get someone who will guide you, will mentor you, your journey will be cut short. Thank you, Lola, for asking that question.
I could actually feel the emotions in and behind everything said, and your voice is now sharing. Thank you for pouring your heart. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you for encouraging us. Thank you for being I'll call you a role model, and like somebody typed and said she was going to tie herself to you. I'm sure a lot are going to do that, but thank God we have so many of us here. But it's a little here, a little there. Like they say, a little living, the whole lump. So I know we're going to do great. And one thing I need to tell everybody listening tonight is this is not nurses based. It's for everyone. Everyone, as long as you breathe, as long as you have your hands. You can see those people that have been speaking to us all the while. Not everybody is a nurse, but there is a focus on this. So this group of people, the nurses, for a major concern. It's a major burden. I'm a nurse as well. It's a major burden on us to see that it's one profession where people struggle to break free, become the better person we can do lots more. And I'm hoping that in the next 5 years, when we gather again like this, maybe not on this platform, maybe on a global stage, we will say yes. 5 years ago we were this year this is where we are, and our testimonies will be so amazing. And before I hand over to my second moderator, I'm going to ask this last question, and I'm throwing this to Fadebi or Jomo, that there are people here that still feel, what are they saying? Like, it's still like, it's not, it's like when you go to a place and people are just enchanting, doing incantation, you really don't get what they are saying. And some are still asking the question, what exactly are they talking about? We've talked about mentorship, we've talked about investing in it, we've talked about concept. Who is trying to find clarity tonight in what next? Because I know from this moment, the door to the boot camp would be open. What is the difference right now? Debbie, over to you. Is she still here? If she's not, is Professor on the call with me, please?
She's talking, she's on mute.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Alexa, stop. My AI is going out of, it's just talking. It was like, what story do you want to share? I'm like, calm down, calm down. And guys, you need to understand this, right? So let me share the word first.
Okay.
And I'll tell a story. The word is invest in yourself. Oh, this my AI needs to keep quiet. Shut up. I just say, oh, that's the powerful thing. I'm not talking to you. Guys, okay, so I said invest in yourself. Now, I can't even tell you how powerful AI is. Well, I'm hoping one of you, at least you've watched a sci-fi movie, right? Where you are seeing robots that are taking over the world. You'll see one of those kind of movies, right? Now, that is the negative part of it. That's not going to happen. Robots cannot take over the world. However, the world is going to get to a place where you'll be able to build autonomous agents. I can build a replica of myself, which I already have on my Instagram, my website, that can do everything like me. And JJ is going to build his own AI, which is like his own replica of himself, which is like his own duplicate or his own digital twin. And Dam is going to build her own. And they're going to have meetings and they're going to do great things together. It's not going to happen if we sit on the sidelines. It's not going to happen if we don't learn it. Now, let's leave that. I'm going to talk about how investing in yourself will help you. Now, of course, JJ is not paying me to do this. I'm going to tell you how I got into the UK. So I told you guys I had a furniture factory sometime in the past, right? Good. So I now started dabbling into online marketing, teaching people how to do stuff. And then I got partnership with Meta when I came into Nigeria. And I was training people like my life depended on it. Meta was paying me 1,200 Naira per person I was training. So it wasn't big money, right? But I loved teaching. You probably noticed I love talking. If you like, talking is my thing, right? So I was training these people and I was seeing the impact, how basic Facebook ads, Instagram ads, WhatsApp for business was having in their business. Fast forward to 2021, I applied for the Global Talent Visa. It is that work I did with Meta that I applied and I got into the UK. I got the awards coming to the UK. Good. Now, imagine if I had not invested in myself. Imagine if I had not dabbled with that technology. Imagine, say, I cannot keep let me focus on my furniture business, which is why I knew at the time. I think one of my mentors said, she said there's good and there's great. For you to get to great, you need to let go of the good. You cannot hold on to this is good and also get great. You need to let go of one to get to the other. It's not like you're climbing up a ladder, right? You can't say, okay, this is my comfort zone. For you to go up, you need to. Myself has brought me here today. My entire family is here in the UK. I have a job that is fantastic. Literally, I can't even tell you how awesome my job is, right? I have a business on the side that's doing very well because I made that one decision to invest in myself. So what I'm leaving you is invest in yourself, because if you invest in yourself, you're not just helping yourself. What was doing between 4 to 8 million every month. Back in 2029, it still is big money. It's massive money, right? But I was always burnt out. I was in the factory going to Mushin to buy Mako, going to Itedro show to buy fabric. I was in 1,004 today, but I land tomorrow at Sabawari. I was everywhere. And I didn't like that life. I wanted my future to be where I'll be chilled, where I'll be able to sit down and enjoy life with my children, with my husband, travel around the world. And I knew that this furniture business, the money was good. It was fantastic, but it wasn't great. It wasn't in alignment with where I wanted to be. When I saw myself in my 40s, in my 50s, in my 60s, in my 70s, in my 80s, there was no furniture there, right? So I had to make that hard decision to let go of that good life. My father, like everyone thought I was crazy. I really was, right? But I knew that it was my vision. I knew where I was going, and I was stubborn enough to stay on that path. And that is what's serving me today. Every now and then I tell my husband, imagine if we had a furniture factory. Of course, with the craziness going on with price of fuel in Nigeria, I'll have shut down and I'll be frustrated. But deciding to take that leap and then investing in myself to let go of that good life to get to the great life is what has led me here. So I'm not sure what you're taking away from this, but if you sow one seed of corn, you get one stalk of corn. True or false?
True.
I need to see you guys in the comment section. I'm just going to shut down. If you sow one stalk of corn, you get a harvest, right? Because one stalk of corn maybe will have like 5 or 6 cobs, which gives you maybe about 1,000 seeds. Good. So one seed of corn will give you one stalk, which will give maybe like 7 or 8 corn. You roast it, you eat it, you good. But if you sow one full, I don't know, length, one full plant of corn, that gives you about 1,000 seeds. That will give you a bigger harvest that you can apply on. You're going to be reaping it for the next 10 to 50. To 20. So in a reaping. Most of us want to reap where we did not sow. Now, you want to sow. So you want to make sure you are sowing well, so that when you start reaping, you reap with your food. Like where I'm reaping my life. Like people say, your life is so chilled. I work remotely. I travel all over the world. First class, best hotels. Why? Because I have learned it. And I know it. Tonight I'm creating strategies. I'm building. I've known and I've owned my onions and tears. And that I'm going to end this one. And that my mentor told me, I believe a lot in mentorship. I talk my mentor, but I believe a lot in mentorship. Somebody told me something. He said, you don't celebrate him. You think about a farmer that is sowing, doesn't wear his agbada, his ashoke, his beautiful outfit to go and sow. No, now. He wear his dirtiest clothes that has hole, because sowing is a dirty job. You need to be willing to do the dirty job of sowing. Blood, sweat, and tears is a risk you are taking first, because as you are sowing, Fulani headsmen may come. But you're going to say you're going to stop sowing because of all those fears and all those craziness, all those nuances, or other people's opinion. You keep sowing. And no one sees the suffer and the shaking and when are sowing. However, when it's harvest time, it's like harvest time now. When you are harvesting, people start saying, now, wow, you are balling, you do enjoy. I'm like, hello, Bolowa. Where were you when I was sowing? With tears. I'll carry my baby in one hand. I'll be reading midnight. I'll be writing exams. I'll be doing my certifications. You were not there. So now I'm reaping what I have sown. And my prayer for all of you is that as you are sow, you are going to reap. So now. And bear in mind that when you sow, it's not only you that will reap it. Right now, my kids, my husband, they're all reaping what me I have sown. So the question is, another 4, 5, 10 years, what will you be reaping? Because if you sow nothing, you reap nothing. Hello? You sow nothing, you reap nothing. You sow 1, you reap 10. You sow 10, you reap 100. You sow 100, you reap 1,000. You sow 1,000, you reap 100,000. You sow 10,000, you reap 1,000,000, because it has a multiplying effect. That's the multiplying effect of sowing. You don't sow and reap the exact same thing. That's never ever happened. You don't plant 1 yam and then harvest only 1 yam. No, it always comes in a harvest. Good. So my word for you once again is invest in yourself. Sow the seed now, so that your children's children, you will be, when they hear Dangote, they hear of $10, you hear Tony Lumelu, your name will be opening doors. Which of are you the child of? Your name can open doors, but it can't happen by accident, unfortunately. You need to be strategic. You need to sow, so that when it's harvest time, you will come with your basket. I will come and celebrate with you. You call me, you call all your coaches. We all come away and dance and do it with you. But it's not going to happen if you don't invest in yourself. Drop mic.
Wow. You made my day. You made my day.
I was so good that I was almost entering the screen now.
And I know if you leave Padebi, she can continue like that for the next one. Don't worry, you'll be meeting Padebi.
I can do it for 3 days.
I know. So in case you're wondering, you'll be meeting Padevi in our community. She will be joining us very soon, and you will have her you are going to tie your clothes to us, and she's going to take you by the hand. Especially if you're trying to launch a business. You've been thinking about this business idea. Where will I start? How will I launch? Just forget it. The end of your problem. This is the end of the problem. So we are currently rounding off. But I must tell you, this is just a tip of the iceberg. You've not seen anything yet. You've not seen, when I say you've not seen anything yet, I mean it, I mean it very much. So I'm going to give you a glimpse of what is coming as we round up. I'm going to give you a glimpse of what is coming so that you will know we're not here to joke. We are here for real business. I'm going to give you a glimpse of what is coming. And when I give you a glimpse of what is coming, I know that you take this very, very seriously tonight. So as we round up tonight, I'm excited to announce to you that we will be launching our... we will be unveiling and launching our AI... Oh my. Tip of the iceberg. Starting from May 25th, 2026, we will be starting our AI training program that will take every single person by the hand and help them from lost, stuck to confidence, and being able to build, create, lead, and earn with AI. So we will be unveiling our AI literacy and AI innovation and creativity program, where you can meet with people like Padebi, people like Dr. Sherry, people like me, people like Dami, like Professor KTM. You can meet us in a close circle where we will be sitting with you and be taking you by the hand and be showing you the way. So we have 3 programs lined out for you three different programs. Number one is the AI Adult Literacy Program. So the Adult Literacy Program is a program that is meant to help those who do not know jack about AI, who are stuck, who are asking, how does AI fit into my life? What can I do with it? Educator, you've been any peanut for years. As a teacher, academician, educator, you've been any peanut for years. This is the time to take AI and bring it into your career as an educator, as an academician. Plug AI into it, and your life, you'll be blown away by what can happen. If you're a nurse, a young nurse, young, vibrant nurse, you are still learning. You are an intern. You are an intern nurse. You are just a fresh graduate. You are unemployed. This is the best time of your life. You know, I told you when I finished secondary school, I was cutting bush. You don't have to go through all that stress. All you just need to do is spend 4 weeks with us. Spend 4 weeks with us, and your life will never be the same again. So we have a foundational level program where we'll take you to the base. In case you don't have a ChatGPT account, you don't even know anything about AI, we start from the basic. So this is a free 4-week AI leadership training for under 35 nurses from non-technical backgrounds. Now, that is just one. We have for midwives and we are for practicing nurses. 4-week training. Now, we also have the gender gap in tech training, where whether you are a trader, we have the Leave No Woman Behind training, 4 weeks inside that boot camp will be taking you by the hand from knowing nothing about AI to becoming confidence, a lot of confidence. You're able to confidently talk to AI, you're able to confidently do some basic stuff with AI. We're going to have that. And we are leaving no one behind. We are leaving no one behind. Whether we are a man, you are a young girl, you are anything, anyone, we are covering anyone. We're not leaving anyone behind. So expressions of interest. Be open within the next 24 hours. Make sure you don't sleep on this. Make sure you don't sleep on it. It's going to be free, right? You can come to class. The class is open for anyone. But I will advise you that you take advantage of the VIP package, which is the cost of a meal, to ensure that you get into there is an inner room. Apart from coming to class and getting learning, there is a room, there is a club we have created behind the scene where people will move faster. I want you to take advantage of that. That's level one. Level two, if you have been using AI, yeah, you've been doing it, you're creating videos, you're creating this, but you're still going round and round, and you're like, I'm just going round and round with this. Where do I move? What's my next move? Can I actually make money from this? We have a 3-day workshop, 3 days, a challenge, AI challenge workshop, AI challenge bootcamp. We will give you a challenge in 3 days. What exactly is that place where you are stuck right now? You know AI, you have ChatGPT, you have Gemini, you have Claude, but you don't even know what to do with it. Within 3 days, you will move from having them. The big one in the house is that we will be unveiling the AI Innovation and Creativity Challenge. It's a challenge for anyone who wants to take their AI skill to the next level. We'll be opening that up. We'll be releasing it very soon. Be on the lookout. If you come into our community, if you're in our community, you are already secured. Look out for that. We're going to be opening it up very soon. But before that, the 3-day workshop is starting May 25. I want you to be part of those things, those two events, and I want you to carry this like a gala on your head, like a gala seller, and say, "See what we are selling, see what we are doing," because the 4-week program is completely free. So we have removed the barriers because some of us know where you're coming from. So I don't have money; it's not a problem. You can come into class and learn for free. Where on earth is that done? You can learn AI for free. That's what we're giving you on a platter of gold. So you don't have to enjoy it alone. You have to call all your friends, call all your family members, your neighbor, even your dog and your cat. Call them and say, let's go and learn for free. So thank you very much, everyone. I think we have to hand over the mic back to Prof to give us a vote of thanks, and then we round up for today. Before that, I want to recognize especially the presence of Dr. Sheriff Online around you. Thank you for coming on board. I also recognize the presence of Badebi. I just shouted her up, and boom, she just answered. And I think we owe you a lot of appreciation for taking your time. Every moment is paid for. So thank you for availing yourself. This is going to be with us for a long time. She is good. I'm going to see Dr. Sharif in the house. Before I forgot, there are two people that I just saw here now. Sorry, I've not been looking at the. I think I have Innocentia Guala here. Innocentia, just 1 minute, please. Let me introduce Innocentia to you. Innocentia is one of the foundation members of Technosis Africa. She's a nurse innovator. She built an app that has gone around the world, to Australia, to Canada, to Asia. She has built a tech company for herself, a nurse building a tech company for herself, and she's doing extremely well. You're going to be seeing Innocentia in our community. So we add a lot of experts for you, but those are just Africans you're saying. We have other mentors that we're bringing next month when we are unveiling our program. So Innocentia, just say hi to people in the house, please. I don't want to miss the opportunity of not acknowledging you. Okay.
Hello, everyone. I am excited to be here. Unfortunately, I had a little hitch. You can get from the hooting as I talked with you on my way back. So it has been an interesting time because I was able to at least log in and learn a
Thank you very much, Innocentia.
Have a great day.
Oh, sorry. Innocentia speaking. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Innocentia. Thank you, Shemilori Folashire, for the work behind the scene. Thank you, Godwill Teta, for the work behind the scenes. God's doing on more time. Oh, thank you so much for all of you that have been working there and behind the scene. And Dami, thank you very much. Over to you, Professor KTM. Vote of thanks so that everyone can go home. I'm not sure if she's here. Okay, let's call up Shemilori Falashiri, our class captain, class captain. Shemilori, can you give us a full vote of thanks, please? Okay, I'll be inviting our instructor, Godwin Teta. You'll be meeting him in class for the Adult AI Literacy Program. He's our lead instructor and faculty lead. Godwin Teta, you want to give a vote of thanks, please?
Thank you so much, Coach JJ. Good evening, everyone. to you all for the amazing contributions. And just as Coach JJ said,
invited and also invited someone, and hopefully we see each other again in the boot camp. And I can't wait for us to take over the world. And yes, age is not a barrier. Whether you're above 35, you're below 35, we will rule the world together using AI. Thank you, everyone, once again. Do have a wonderful night rest. And thank you, Coach JJ, for being a great
Thank you.
motivator. Thank you to all the team behind the scene. Thank you to all the invited guests for honoring the invite. It's not easy leaving all your tight schedule and being here. Once again, thank you, and see you at the boot camp. Good night, everyone.
Thank you for all those racing questions. And we'll open up our community tonight so you can start dropping our questions. You have a lot of interesting questions, but I'll let you know. I'm happy to let you know that we have answers for you. Thank you very much, and God bless you. I hope we can have some music to end the day.
Sign out.